Hello, nice to see you again.
Yes, and welcome to your teaching lesson.
今天是第52课第一讲，在这一讲里边，我们要学习第52课课文 The Great Hall of the People, A Foreign Visitor's Impressions of China 人民大会堂，一位外宾对中国的观感。好，下面我们就来听一下这篇课文。
The Great Hall of the People, A Foreign Visitor's Impressions of Beijing. China's Great Hall of the People, built in 1958, was a remarkable example of her speed of construction. James Cameron of the London News Chronicle, who was in China in 1954, reported even then the pace of building was unbelievable. How 4 new hospitals, 6 factories and 11 full-scale blocks had been laid out, started and completed in the matter of weeks. The hotel I stayed in Nanjing in 1957, a 400-room hotel with tiled bathroom in every room, was completed in 17 weeks, as I was assured by a British resident who had watched it. James Cameron saw the Chinese genius for rapid construction in 1954. I saw it first in 1957, and I saw it again in 1960. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the People's Republic, 1959, the government determined in 1958 that Beijing should undertake 10 major building projects and complete them in 10 months. 2 of these projects were the construction of the Museum of Chinese History and the Great Hall of the People. These vast buildings stand on each side of Tiananmen Square. The square itself is 500 yards wide, 5 times the size of St. Peter's in Rome, and it is now the largest and I think perhaps one of the most pleasing squares in the world. On the east of the square is the new Museum of Chinese History. Here you can trace the history of China from its earliest beginnings to the modern era. Here, too, are China's finest art treasures. It is air-conditioned and beautifully lighted, and its displays are presented with taste. It is surely one of the great museums of the world. Facing it across the square stands another new building, the one that takes pride of place in the hearts of all Beijing, the Great Hall of the People. This building is 1,100 feet long, fronted by 10 columns. It contains not only the famous 5,000-seat banqueting hall and 20-odd reception rooms, each as big as a normal ballroom, but the Great Hall itself. With 2 sweeping balconies, this auditorium holds 10,000 people, and it is here that the National People's Congress meets, and all other great political meetings are held. There are several novel features about this hall. Its design breaks every known rule of acoustics, but you can, in spite of its size, hear distinctly in every part of it. All seats on the ground floor are equipped with earphones through which you can hear a simultaneous translation of a speech in any one of 12 different languages. Another interesting fact about this hall is that while 14,000 workers were employed in its construction, citizens of Beijing could give whatever volunteer help they wanted to, and many thousands did so at weekends, in the evenings, or during their holidays. One of my interpreters, a girl, once pointed to the building as we passed it in a car and said, "I helped to build that hall." If this hall, even with the help of volunteers, had been built in 10 years, it would still have been an architectural triumph. Designed, built, and fully completed in 10 months, it was a miracle.
好，了解了课文的内容后，下面就请大家用英文来回答有关课文的一些问题。Question 1. When did the construction of the Great Hall of the People start? And when was it completed? When did the construction of the Great Hall of the People start? And when was it completed?
It was started in October 1958 and was completed by the end of August 1959. It was started in October 1958 and was completed by the end of August 1959.
Question 2. What does the writer think of China's speed of construction? What does the writer think of China's speed of construction?
He thought it was amazing. He thought it was amazing.
Question 3. What examples did he give to illustrate his point? What examples did he give to illustrate his point?
He cited two remarkable examples in illustration of his point. One was the construction of the Great Hall of the People in 1958. The other was the construction of a 400-room hotel in Nanjing in 1957. He cited two remarkable examples in illustration of his point. One was the construction of the Great Hall of the People in 1958. The other was the construction of a 400-room hotel in Nanjing in 1957.
Question 4. Why does the writer say that the Great Hall of the People takes pride of place in the hearts of all Beijing? Why does the writer say that the Great Hall of the People takes pride of place in the hearts of all Beijing?
It is here that the National People's Congress meets, and all the other great political meetings are held. It is here that the National People's Congress meets, and all the other great political meetings are held.
好，回答问题就做到这儿，大家都回答对了吗？下面我们再来看一下课文中的一些语言难点。好，我们先来看一下课文第一段中的第一句话。
China's Great Hall of the People was a remarkable example of her speed of construction.
这句话的中文意思是：中国人民大会堂是高速建设的一个突出例子。A remarkable example 意思是引人注目的例子，突出的例子。经常和 example 搭配使用的形容词还有以下几个。
A classic example.
典型例子。
A typical example.
典型例子。
A concrete example.
具体例子。
Outstanding example.
杰出典范。
A striking example.
突出例子。下面我们再来看一下这些搭配使用的短语在句子中的用法。
Notre Dame Cathedral is an outstanding example of Gothic architecture.
巴黎圣母院是哥特式建筑的杰出典范。
Let me take a concrete example as an illustration.
让我举个具体的例子来说明一下吧。在学习英语中，有时我们需要联想，比如说学习 example 这个名词的时候，我们应该考虑到经常有什么形容词可以和它搭配使用。这种对搭配关系的联想，能提高我们使用语言的能力。好，接着我们再来看一下第一段中的另外一句话。
The hotel was completed in 17 weeks, as I was assured by a British resident who had watched it.
这句话的中文意思是：这家宾馆是在17周内建成的，这是一位目睹此事的英国侨民告诉我的。As I was assured by 相当于 somebody told me about this. As 相当于中文的这一事实、那一情况的意思，它是关系代词，代替前面的整个主句，并引出非限定性定语从句。下面我们来看一些相似的例句。
He was an Englishman, as we perceived by his accent.
他是英国人，这是我们从他的口音中听出来的。As 在从句中做宾语。
He came very early this morning, as was usual.
他像往常一样，今天早晨照例来得很早。As 在这儿做主语。As 这个词的用法比较多，今天我们学的这个 as， 它是做关系代词，在句子中可以做主语、宾语、表语，并且同时引出非限定性定语从句。好，接着我们再来看一下 第4段中的一句话。
The one that takes pride of place in the hearts of all Beijing.
这句话的中文意思是，在北京所有居民心中占首要位置的那栋新楼。Take pride of place， 或者 have pride of place， 意思是占第一位，占最重要位置。Pride of place 是固定短语，意思是最重要位置，最高荣誉。比如
The painting has pride of place in his collection.
这句话的原意是，这幅画在他所有的藏画中占首要位置。当然，更符合中文的翻译法是，这幅画是他藏画中的最佳作品。Take pride of place 或者 have pride of place， 大家都学会了吗？好，接着我们再来看一下第4段中的另外一句话。
The building is 1,100 feet long, fronted by 10 columns.
这句话的中文意思是，大会堂长1100英尺，正面是10根圆形柱子。Front 原来是名词，前面的意思，但在这个句子里边做动词用，相当于 provide something with a front， 是中文装饰正面的意思。它在句中多用作被动态，比如
The monument is fronted with stone.
这座纪念碑的碑面是用石头砌成的。好，最后我们再来看一下倒数第2段中的一句话。
Citizens of Beijing could give whatever volunteer help they wanted to.
这句话的中文意思是，北京市民可以给予各种自愿帮忙。Whatever 意思是无论怎样的，它是形容词做定语，修饰名词 help。Whatever 做定语的时候有2种语序，一种是放在修饰词的前面，就像课文当中的这一句话；另一种是在否定句或者含有 any 的句子当中 ，whatever 放在修饰词的后面。好，请看例句。
Whatever weather it is, I will go.
不管天气怎样，我也一定要去。
Is there any chance whatever?
有任何可能性吗？因为这个句子里边含有 any 这个字，所以 whatever 放在修饰词 chance 的后边。好，对课文的讲解就到此为止。从课文中我们知道，人民大会堂有3点给作者留下了很深的印象，那就是建筑物的庞大的建筑面积、极佳的音响效果，还有群众参加劳动的场面。那么大家想不想知道 Terry 对人民大会堂有什么观感呢？ Terry, what are your impressions of the Great Hall of the People?
Well, whenever I pass the Great Hall of the People, I think what a really magnificent building it is. And when I was told that it was built in only 10 months, I think What a miracle of construction it is. Furthermore, the people of Beijing, as a patriotic gesture, helped with its building in their free time.
刚才 Terry 说，每当他走过广场，看见人民大会堂的时候，都有感而发，多么气势磅礴的建筑物！尤其是当他得知建筑物是在10个月内建成的时候，他更觉得这是一个建筑史上的奇迹。更令他难以置信的是群众参加劳动的场面。Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.